Life, class. That's what animation means. Movement. Your characters can move in any style at all, limited only by the boundaries of your own imagination.
You've just witnessed Relaxovision. Relaxovision is a process that inserts calming, mirthful images into scenes that might be too intense for the kiddos watching at home. For example,
Animation sucks.
What is going on, y'all? It is your boy, Quamonstar G, and welcome to April. Welcome to Animation Month. You already know what time it is, and we got a lot of good, juicy, delicious, delectable content for you this month. But we gonna just kick it off with a nice little kickoff this April. No fooling. So let's get into it. We're going to let the folks kick it in and bring it on in. Starting off first with the judge, with the biggest nudge, as in nudging you to watching this animation stew, the judge, Avian Knighton.
What is up, everyone? We are bringing Animation Month back, and we are talking about how animation is very important to the film community and how it has been disrespected and what it means to us. So I'm excited to have this conversation.
Factuals. Next up, it is the man that is procuring as many tickets to Multiverse of Madness as he can so he can go ahead and scalp the omnipotent one himself, Odd Geek Mike. Let him know.
I'm not scouting or scalping. I'm just securing my bag.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So, okay, just supporting a movie that I already love that I ain't never seen. So,
yeah, you can go ahead and resell them tickets.
No, I'm not reselling tickets. I'm going to see this movie as many times as I can because I know it's going to be that good. Like, I'm press, like beyond press.
Of the panini variety?
Hey, yo, panini. What's going on, good people?
Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. Let's get into it. And last but certainly not least, he is the man with the plan who can spread the truth from the lies on these bloodlines. You know where we go in the throw. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, Mr. Aaron Michael Johnson, leader of the Anti-Shalamante Squad.
Okay. Are we not gonna walk it back of Q making that noise with his tongue or?
What you talking about?
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Okay. We're really not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna ignore it. You went full Hannibal Lecter, and we're not gonna talk about that. Okay. Hey.
It's not
you like it, I love it.
Right yet.
Right.
I wasn't doing a Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, that was a good impression of the Oscars, right?
Didn't Silence win?
The producers.
Oh, I get it. But I do.
He got to pack it up. Anyway.
Not gonna get off this man's neck.
Oh my God.
What? What you said was funny. I laughed. Shout outs to Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell for their work on Turning Red.
Gosh.
Shout outs to them folks.
My gosh.
They were responsible for the songs in Turning Red. Did you not see the credits? Billie Eilish, Phineas O'Connell, her brother. That's what I'm shouting out for. Ain't no three.
Okay.
Shout outs to Beyonce too. Shout outs to Beyonce. Mike, where'd you go?
He dipped on us just like the Academy dips on animation.
Yes, because that is the crux of our conversation tonight, good folks. We are going to be talking. We're going to be kicking off Animation Month with a nice little, what would we say, a primer of what would be the underlying of the month. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about how animation is the disrespect, the doctor disrespect, the grand disrespect, anything that you can imagine of animation throughout the years, especially on that stage where things happen. And apparently, I'm not going to go there. Not tonight. Like Angie Martinez once rapped about. Did she not rap about that?
We really not gonna get on him doing the Hannibal Lecter thing, like for real, for real.
I don't know what you're talking about. You keep talking about this Hannibal Lecter thing.
Okay.
Like you're talking about Red Dragon, Hannibal Rising. Calm down.
Of Red Dragons, Moose Shoot. No.
Hey, lead it. Lead the talk. This is
there's nothing to talk about for animation. Animation. Oh.
See, Aaron, you talking about me doing some noise and sound effects. Mike disappeared.
Yep.
He pulled a classic Will Packer move. No, but like for real, animation deserves its flowers. It really does, and shame on all the industry experts who like for real, dead ass, animation and the animators deserve their flowers, and the fact that they haven't gotten them is a shame, but it's also a horrible testament of how hard work is treated in this wonderful world of entertainment. I don't want to get too deep, but you just look at the history of how Walt Disney treated a strike in the 40s, which led to Dumbo, and how he openly made fun of the strikes by having clowns wanting to go on strike at a circus and getting a whole new team of animators, and you're just like, okay. And don't get me started on the black animators, but we're going to get into that one later, because Coonskin. Yeah, I just had to get that out. I just want to.
That might be
get a rise out of you. I just want to get a rise out of you.
That might be very controversial, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between. Because
I think the Central 11 is going to be controversial.
Oh yeah.
All of it is.
I mean, let's not start of how one of the greatest cartoon characters in America is technically, the image is based off of a minstrel man.
Yep.
Leave it alone.
I know exactly, because I watched it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The mouse is gonna get us. We got
the House of Mouse. The House of Mouse.
Well, if we listen to each other's heart, we'll find that we're never too far apart. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll say about that.
Oh, that's a hood classic.
Yep,
it is
classic.
It's a tier all its own.
No.
But enough about references from last week's episode. Basically, what we want to do is
That game was rigged.
You voted for it. You voted for it. You even encouraged the creation of its own placement.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. But yeah, like we just want to generally discuss tonight, just kind of chillax. Matter of fact, we're bringing back, as we chillax, and we're bringing back an old favorite. You know what I'm saying? We bringing back that. Nah, we bringing back old classic. Because we talking, we gonna be chilling, it's gonna be nice, little casual.
Oh my god.
Let's go ahead and get into it. So we just really
badly.
Yeah, so Aaron, you touched on it last week, but it's the genesis of the mistreatment of animation. So let's dive deeper into the conversation surrounding Beauty and the Beast and Oscar and the Academy. What up, Josh? What up, Josh? What up, Beyond? What up, everybody watching us kicking it easy? But yeah, Aaron, let's go ahead and let's pick up where we left off, where we really couldn't get into. But let's talk about how Beauty and the Beast shook 1991 so much that the Academy said never again.
Oh, because they saw that something that they considered for kids is actually a viable product in the entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. The fact that it was treated with such reverence and respect of other films at that time, that people just said a cartoon cannot do something like that, because all cartoons are just flat stylized characters with random humor. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. There are other types of animation. That's what we're getting into this month, you know.
So like let's dive deeper. I want you to steer us on this boat. So what was the what for those uninitiated world? Okay. No, for with Beauty and the Beast, what about it shook? Paint the picture. What was it up against that shook the Academy so much, where they were like, so not only can it not win, we cannot let another animated movie of this quality even sniff in the Best Picture category?
He froze.
Did I freeze or he freeze?
No, he froze. He froze.
I really want him to say, no, I didn't freeze. I'm just doing a bit. Well, then, time to talk to you guys about, in the interim, we're going to pivot, because now I'm going to give you guys a nice 40-page dissertation that I've typed up in the event something like this would happen, about why Into the Spider-Verse is one of the greatest films in the holiday canon. So, number one stars a black child and an Afro-Latino child, and they're the same child. Number two, it's focused around Spider-Man. Number three, it's focused around more Spider-Man. Number four, it's set at Christmas time. Number five, the Kingpin is in it. Number six, Doc Ock is in it. Number seven, Spider-Gwen is in it. Number eight, Iron Man is not in it. Number nine, it's not set in the MCU. Number 10, it's very beautifully animated. Number 11, Mahershala Ali is very good in it. Number 12, the Prowler's theme is very menacing and good. Number 13, the music in the movie generally is top notch. Number 14, it is very authentic. Number 15, I definitely knew what number it was. It's a lot of
Is he going on still about this?
Yes.
I just realized what he was talking about. Cut it out. Cut it.
Nah, it's too late. I'm already on 15,
No,
Mike.
I just thought about that. Yeah, and you can end on 15.
What you clocking out for?
No,
you clocked out.
No, I'm clocking in real quick.
Nah, you clocked out, bro.
No.
So anyway,
thank you. Thank you, Aaron.
So anyway, them Disney snipers got me because you're speaking too much truth. Just like in America, when you black, you know how it is.
Facts. What was the last thing you heard me say?
When Spider-Man?
None.
Not that.
None.
Oh, okay, so what I was
15 on a 15 point.
So in the interim, I was about to give my 30-page dissertation about Into the Spider-Verse, but forget about that. Set the table and let those who are for those who are uninitiated, why Beauty and the Beast posed such a threat to the Best Picture category of 1991, or I hope that's the right year.
You are correct.
And why the Academy said not only can this not happen, not only can an animated movie of this caliber be in Best Picture, but we have to put it off on its own island to ensure that's not the case. Just set the table and educate those who don't know.
Well, what had happened was, the 90s, that beautiful Generation X time where nobody was wrong about anything ever. The film industry itself had a wonderful boom. But no, like for real, I don't think anyone expected Disney to create something on that level because it was just, it's a fairy tale. It's usual Disney. Before that you had Little Mermaid. It did numbers. It was like, yeah, this is a really cool thing, but it's just, it's just Disney being Disney. Disney finally got their groove back. But then they, the animators, the storytellers, Howard Ashman, R.I.P., Alan Menken, all of them, they came together. They said, we're going to give our all and we're going to stop looking at these as cartoons and we're going to just say, this is a film, this is just a movie. And, because of some issues that happened in the late 80s, early 90s, dealing with the AIDS crisis, which that's a whole topic on itself about Beauty and the Beast. They ended up getting like the perfect storm of everything people love about film. The music, the action, the comedy, it was just so perfect. It was what you would expect from like a Broadway musical, but in film form. It went back to like the old style of film. And when they went to, I think it was the New York Film Festival, I could be wrong, hope I'm not wrong, but where all these very snooty Twitter like film Twitter people who, said, oh, this is just a cartoon, cool. And it was all pencil storyboards and I think a couple of like posted pictures or something. And it got a standing ovation because it was just that good. Nobody could argue that this was just your typical Disney flair. This was something very special. And then when you get the finished product, it took the entire world by storm. Like, America and France, the main two were just going crazy over it. And people agreed, in the industry, yeah, this might need to be nominated for an Oscar. But the problem is, it's a cartoon. And you have this, you have the old guard who's very gatekeepy, who's saying, it's a cartoon. We don't really need this to be compared to, I think Silence of the Lambs was one of them. I cannot remember the other ones because I don't know. I'm going to not say they were forgettable.
I'm about to say, I was just looking at it.
I know it was some bangers.
I know. I think it's funny that Silence of the Lamb was actually sweeping. That shit is crazy.
Right.
Right.
Hello, Clarice.
It's like that whole year was a great year for film. Just looking back on it, it
really was.
I ain't gonna lie, I wish John Singleton.
Everybody gave their all.
Oh, for Boys in the Hood,
yeah. Boys in the Hood is a classic, and I didn't even know it was nominated for an Oscar. Well, the director, I think that would have been crazy if he would have won. Back in the day for that movie.
I like when Spike Lee should have won for Do the Right Thing.
Or Malcolm X.
Okay.
Malcolm X. Beauty and the Beast, Bugsy, JFK, and The Prince of Tides.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, and
that's 1990 or 91.
92. Wait, 92.
Okay. A year.
Yeah. That's crazy. March 30th, 1992.
The mouse almost got you again.
Girl, it's like that one. You can't speak the truth, no nothing.
Look, they just didn't want a cartoon to win Best Picture because, it's to some people, it's an embarrassment to the testament of filmmaking that something that children watch and consume would be compared to, this big, massive blockbuster, this hardcore R-rated thriller. Some people just, that's just how they feel. That's their prerogative. And the fact that an animated film got so close like that, they said, we cannot have this happen again. And they made, they turned a medium into a genre, and that's pretty shitty in my opinion.
So the next year, is that when they made the category?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And didn't they, before even Disney died, didn't they have a special category specifically for him?
Yeah.
I can't remember because his animated films were so good. They're like, okay, we can't I can't remember what because it wasn't animated. It was
something. Yeah, it was something just for Walt, and it's like that ended up bringing up this stigma. It was a good thing and bad thing that Beauty and the Beast, reached that status, but it also brought on the fact that all Western animation is Disney, and that's a stigma I think a lot of people are still fighting in the animation industry, because you have films like Into the Spider-Verse, you have movies like
Prince of Egypt.
You have films like all through the 90s, if you notice, a lot of them start to try to copy that Disney formula, like certain films are doing now, and it never works because you can't recreate something that magical. And I do believe that the moment everyone believes that all animation is Disney in the West, it really brought down the vibe.
Yep. And I would like to add, looking at the dates, isn't it ironic that 2 years after they created this category for animation, Disney released what many consider to be their magnum opus as far as 2D animation goes, in The Lion King, a movie that probably would have absolutely been in the Best Picture nominee and won. Unless you guys
don't want.
Because I'll be honest with you, being an animator is a lot tougher than what people think. It takes years, years, and it also takes a certain artistic eye, because you can be a director, in live action, and you pay attention to detail, but you're not making that detail. If that makes sense.
Right.
You're paying attention to stuff, maze on scene of figuring out what the scene looks like, and sure you have production design and all that. But with animation, you're starting from scratch, you're starting in your head, going from pen to paper, and that is something that's very hard to do. And animators definitely and illustrators definitely don't get the respect that they are due. And I feel like with Beauty and the Beast, you definitely felt that detail to everything, not just animation, but even the 5-minute intro talking about how the Beast became the Beast in the first place was just chef's kiss. You can definitely tell the animators paid attention to detail to the characters' looks, the background, like everything, as well as the music, because it's known just as much as animation is known for its music as well. And it's just because they paid so much detail to it, because it was so good. That's why the Academy was like, we'll at least put it in the category. Like, it's not gonna win, but at least we'll make sure that it's recognized for its efforts. But
I honestly think there should be just an animated award show, just covering all types of animation, feature length, short films, series, TV movies, just because a lot of these animated series and movies, these people that work hard, they don't get the recognition that they deserve. I mean, there are still stuff coming out to this day that I feel like has not got the praise that they deserve for, like you say, attention to detail. I mean, animators and writers that are working on these movies or series work just as hard as somebody that's making something live action. So why wouldn't they have their own opportunity to be recognized and praised? I think there should be a whole animated award show.
Yes.
And it should be in the summer or probably in the fall. Because not technically in award season, because I would love for it to be its own time.
Maybe we need to get some experts on and discuss that with them to see what they say. Have them add some ideas to it too. Maybe we should go into business for ourselves and produce and make it.
Is that what the MD Award is going to turn into?
Hey.
Because with that article that came out in Variety with Phil and Lord when they were talking about it, how when we were younger, animation was like our first introduction to the film medium. Like, that is true. Like, a lot of the films I remember watching when I was younger were animated films, and that's why I still have a love for them now, because it's always been there for us as film consumers, film lovers, filmmakers, like. And it is always developing. It's always changing in a great way, as far as like the look, the detail, and I just feel like we definitely need to show love for it more.
See, so that's a point right there, because I think not a lot of people show up for. I think people who used to show up for it don't show up for it as much now, because there's that stigma. Everyone wants to move to like web animation and stuff because it's easier to consume, unless you get like a big tent pole or Disney,
Yep. And also, I genuinely.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel like back in the 90s, everyone was trying to compete with Disney, but don't compete. Make yourself different. Like, y'all can be different.
Right.
Like, you don't have to be just like Trek. Trek changed DreamWorks for the better.
Right.
Like, the Trek was nothing that Disney would ever think about doing. And it worked for them because it was different. It's like I think that's what studios, specifically animation studios, like, don't be like Disney, be different. That way, the more different you are, the more you stand out, the more people want to watch it. Because I want to watch something that I haven't really seen before, and maybe a different animation style or a form of story that I haven't seen or heard ever. I'm willing to consume it. I'm willing to try it.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I thought when you're different, you are able to show versatility. You're able to actually show what other things that you can do. So yeah, be different.
Yeah, I think that with animation, what does it for me is that it's always the backhandedness when it comes to certain professionals of it all. I'm gonna go back to it because I'm gonna keep going back to it because to me it's a Swiss Army knife of examples. But I mean, look at Into the Spider-Verse. It does it when we talk about when we talk about comic book movies and superhero movies. Yeah, guys, y'all just say it, went right out of it. But when we talk about superhero movies and comic book films and what they can do as in genre bending and earning the adulation of award seasons and stuff like that. Into the Spider-Verse already did that, but they don't really just, they don't give it the real flowers it deserves, despite the way it pushes the narrative forward, and they just kind of write it off as, oh, it's animation. And another stigma I hate, that it's somehow easier to do an animated film as opposed to filming it live action and having real life people there. And it's not, because you have, if I'm not mistaken, twice as many people working on an animated movie, because depending on what type of animation style, whether it's traditional 2D, which isn't as it's not as prevalent anymore, but when it was, you have 2D animation, the way 3D animation has evolved, claymation, all of those moving parts require a lot of people, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of technicians making sure things look a-okay. I say, look at the anime movies that have come out. They've constantly pushed the bar. The Demon Slayer Mugen Train, people was raving about that. My personal favorite Dragon Ball Super Broly, a masterclass in what could be done with a unique anime style. And I feel like the token, you have your tokens, you have for the anime, the Japanese animation, your Studio Ghibli films that they'll give the flowers to, rightfully so, but they'll ignore everything else. Or, the Disney movies and the Disney adjacent movies, they'll get the flowers and nothing else. And then maybe to be, edgy, they'll give the best animated movie to something that no one heard of, to try to say, well, we're not just giving it to the same people, but then you're actually snubbing hard work that year from the people who are quote unquote the usual suspects. So my follow-up question is, like, what do we want to do as the fans, the enthusiasts, the followers of this? What do we want to do to make sure we give these animators their flowers as they do?
I think there should be a new deal for animation.
Period. Make sure that they definitely get the pay that they deserve, because they probably work longer hours than anybody else. They work hella hours with less pay, and they deserve more. They deserve recognition, and also just being recognized a whole lot more from the Academy. Like there's a lot of stuff that can be done, but also supporting the films that they, or TV shows that they make. Following on, give them more notice on Twitter, like promoting them, stuff like that. I feel like we can do.
Yeah, I was about to say, you took the main thing I was gonna say is, follow them, retweet them, like comment on their artwork, comment on like when episodes drop. Just like today, there's a tie-in comic that's coming for Young Justice, the current series that is out, and I'm like, promote that, like retweet it, say you're gonna buy it, like support these people, because these people work just as hard as we work in our own professions, and all these other people. Like, I feel like we have to really start elevating ourselves when it comes to actually supporting animators, because if we don't, it's gonna be that same cycle and that same thing of nothing really happening. So we have to support. So yeah, make sure you support your favorite animators.
And I'll take it a step further, in that, man, it's going to be very controversial.
That's nothing new.
Stop being so hard on these animators, especially when they haven't done anything to deserve it, And same goes for voice actors, which I'm going to personally talk about this month. So, and that's really going to piss people off. But I feel like there's a bunch of animation-centric YouTube channels out there. And I'm not throwing any shade onto them, right? But they could do a better job at protecting animators and promoting them and talking about things than they are. I feel like when you're responsible for crafting these entities, whether it be in film, which is the core of this topic, or television, which we've spoken about in the past. You know, we can't just wait until the last minute to try to go up for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they haven't rallied when there were times were tough in the past, but what I am absolutely saying is that there shouldn't go a day where they're not being celebrated, where they're not being reached out to, where they're not, taught, like things like that. It's very easy to critique. It's hard to actually give flowers when the time comes. And that's what, me, I'm always about fan empowerment and fan accountability, because both of those are necessary to get things done. So when you carry that weight, that power, we got to use it responsibly. And I genuinely feel like when these things are snubbed, we can't just talk about it the weekend of the award show and then just forget about it. Let's keep talking about it. Let's do something. Let's make our own fan shit, not just at the end of the year. Oh, here's this, that, and the third. Let's do some. Stop trying to be the damn nostalgia critic and just fucking do what you want to do and look at it from a positive viewpoint or appreciate what's going on. You don't have to have some biting critique that's unnecessary if it's not adding anything to the conversation, but you just want to throw a jab in there. I'm sure none of us wanted to see like Hotel Transylvania 4, but we can't deny the fact that the animation regularly looks unique and something most animated movies aren't doing. Personally, just because you're big up into the Spider-Verse doesn't mean that there aren't other animated films or entities out there that's not doing their own thing in their own style and it shouldn't be celebrated. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense.
You made it make sense.
Yep.
He said what he said.
Like animated films can go there. Like
right.
Like when you see like with Wreck-It Ralph when Felix kept getting hit in the head, he kept getting different, like his face kept getting swollen in different areas. Like just those things that that live action cannot do. Like animation is one of those out of this world experiences because it's not in this world. Like that's a great thing about animation, helps you escape into a way more creative film space. And that's why I love animation so much, because I know that this is going to be different from what I'm going to see in live action.
Right.
Like, I know that for a fact. And it's just like Jay said, there's heavier themes in animation that live action won't go there because it is animated. Like we're gonna get to more the further down the line we go this month, the more obscure our chats are gonna be about certain animation. And I really have to thank Aaron for really opening up my eyes to this new type of animation, because they go there. Like they really go there.
Oh, preach, Josh, preach.
Yep. And and we all know, like when it comes to adult animation, like we all seen adult themed animation when we weren't supposed to, like Beavis and Butthead. The Boondocks came out when we were like around teenage age, so it was pretty much anything that came on Adult Swim when we were like little kids. And it opened our eyes, which is why I think we are more mature viewing audience, because back then they were taking risks with animation and we were able to see it, and that's why we were able to handle it and analyze it and understand what they're trying to do, more than like some people who came before us did when they tried to censor stuff like that when it came to animation. And we'll talk about it, like Aaron said, we'll talk about the censored 11
that Hays Code. The Hays Code. Ooh, when we talk about the history of film, we got to talk about how the Hays Code fucked up the film industry. I mean, I would expound on that for a second, saying that I think that when animation covers like heavier themes, it packs a bigger punch just because the imagery and the colors do something, and like your mind is expecting, these cute little animals or people doing, crazy things. Like when you have themes of subject of parental loss and I'm going to say living and, racism and, even heavier things like drug use and stuff, it packs a bigger punch because you're just like, wow, it's like it's almost kind of sobering because when you see actors do, something like let's just say Euphoria, right? Euphoria is a heavy show, but we've all seen drug addicts. We've all seen teens do some really crazy stuff. But if it's animated, it has a bigger, some bigger weight because it's like they have to animate every single motion. You have to see, like, you can do close-ups that you can't do, in live action. You have it's. Ooh, wait till we talk about Fritz the Cat, y'all. I'm not gonna make y'all watch that, but wait till we talk about it.
I mean, it's on our list to watch, so I'm definitely watching it.
Yep.
Y'all have fun.
It's that's
you gotta expand your mind, man. You gotta expand your mind, man.
Look, there's only one thing I need y'all to watch on that list. I absolutely need y'all to watch on that list. There's only one thing.
What is it?
The fact that y'all even asked, like I haven't been talking about it.
I'm not watching that.
No, I'm not watching that.
I mean,
if I see anything on that list already, I'm not watching it.
But you ain't.
I will rewatch Cool World.
Y'all see how they do me when it's coming to something I put on the list.
Cool
I'm
World.
not watching.
I'm in Cool World.
Y'all see how y'all do? Y'all see how I just?
Huh?
Y'all ain't gonna watch the Max?
I'm gonna watch everything. I'm gonna try to watch everything. Since we talked about adult animation and everything. Speaking of Cool World, like, I was not supposed to be watching that movie when I was 10 or maybe 7, 8, 9 or whenever it came out. I don't think I was supposed to be watching that movie, but that movie was really, really good. The fact that they weave animation and live action like that, even though we had seen that with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, to me, I think that was like very special. That's like one of my favorite like mixes of movies with animation. Oh god, the colors and everything. So yeah, another one of my favorite animated movies, Akira. Mm-hmm. Love that movie down, like for real. Like now, that's a movie that I wish could win awards or could have won an award, just because of
Yeah, because it has gone down as one of the best anime films in pop culture. It's top tier.
I haven't seen a Jujutsu Kaisen movie yet, but God, like just watching trailers for these anime movies, series that are getting movies is like amazing. Just to see them be able to take the series and have a feature length movie from it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reading this tweet from Lord and Miller about what these execs told them.
Oh man, yeah, no, that everyone needs to read that.
And I'm just thinking, so was it the Lego movie or was it the Spider movie? Because only one of them they directed, but they sure get credit for both of them. But that's a different conversation for a different day.
That's why we're going to talk about black animators and directors this month too. Because, oh man. Ooh, can I make the hot take? Can I make the big hot take? Animation is the black person of filmmaking.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You ain't lying.
So you're saying it's the niggers?
I mean, there's an animation only sign. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what that just reminded me of? What? A black lady sketch show about the goddamn Negro League and the first
Negro League, yes, the scammers, the lady scammers.
Y'all better watch the Black Lady sketch show. If y'all haven't seen it, It only takes you a day and a half to watch the whole series and be caught up by Friday for the new episode. Please watch that show because that show is beyond funny. I love the fact that it's just all a whole full of black women being creatives and being able to, be funny and also serious because there's some storylines in it. So check that show out.
Now, I would love an animated sketch from them. I would love an animated sketch, like an animated episode from them. Fun. That would be brilliant if they could do that. But Aaron, you're right. Like, animation is the black person in the film industry because they don't get the pay that the animators and don't get the pay that they deserve. The films are always considered their own genre, just like there's black films, like there's animated films. They're just films, and they don't get the flowers that they deserve. Like you are 1,000% correct. Like
now you see why the mouse got them snipers.
Yep. So look, we got first-hand account of it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, it's because I said he looked like black. That's all. I'm sorry that I wasn't based off of Al Jolson. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I, in the comics, said mammy constantly to this little African pygmy called Tuesday that I brought home as a pet in the Mickey Mouse comic. I'm so sorry that man, history of Mickey Mouse is this messed up. It's messed up. Daffy Duck isn't though.
Yep, but let's go ahead. Let's wind it on down with some little not fire round, lightning round. That's the element I'm thinking of. So I'm gonna ask a question, and y'all give me an answer as quickly as possible. Okay. So 3, 2, 1.
No more mutants.
So you're an answer. So you're racist against mutants. Bet.
No.
Okay. So the first lightning round question: what is the greatest animated holiday movie?
Oh God.
I said holiday movie, so there's a bunch of holidays. Avia. It's not one. It can be any of them.
Okay.
So what's the best animated holiday movie?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, it's a good one. But I had to put a I would say Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah.
I think it would be what is it called?
Let me start writing y'all answers now. Hold on.
What is it called when it was Heat Miser and his brother?
Year Without Christmas. Year Without Santa Claus.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite classics.
You know what? I want to change my answer just because everyone want to pick Christmas. I think the best animated holiday film is a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. There.
Okay.
So just so I am, because I wrote it down. I wrote y'all answers down. Just so I'm clear, everyone is in agreement that Into the Spider-Verse, that's y'all's pick. Bet. Okay, so next lightning round question is: what is the most beautifully animated?
Oh my God, corny, man, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomato.
So before I was rudely cut off, what is the most beautifully animated movie y'all ever seen?
Ooh. Beautifully animated? Okay. I'm going to have to say, even though it's not historically accurate, I am going to have to say, because it's based on a real place, and they really had to get especially in a certain time, they had to get every single detail correct as far as the architecture. I would have to say Hunchback of Notre Dame is probably the best, the most beautifully animated film I have ever seen, because they have to get each statue of Notre Dame correct. They have to get the architecture, they have to get the look of the characters right. Like everything as far as the animation was just spectacular.
Facts. Mike or Aaron?
I don't know.
I'm trying to be different because I sure was thinking about that answer, Avia. Oh, okay, no. You go, Mike, because I still don't know. I'm bullshit.
You said the most beautiful animated movie.
Well, yes, the most beautiful beautifully animated movie. Wait, huh?
I see what you did. But it would be Akira for me, just because of all the colors and just how when he was riding and they did it had the tail of the lights behind it and everything like that. The hospital scene is my favorite scene. Then after that is when he's sitting in that chair at the end when it's the climax of the movie and all like the stuff is coming out. He trying to get up. I think that would be something beautiful to me. I can't say like my favorite Disney movies, so yeah, I'm gonna say that because that's.
Oh my god, I remember that movie.
Tetsuo! And the Akira song.
I remember my friend Martin. That's a good movie. I'm gonna be different, and I'm gonna say the 1940 Pinocchio because every single thing was animated by hand, all the way down to the water, and it still holds up to this day. And it's just so mesmerizing when you look at it.
Yeah. So,
and if you say what I think you're gonna say,
what is this? You don't know what I'm about to say, actually, sir. No, at all. Wait, were you making an assumption? Let me sit straight up. Let me sit up. Were you making an assumption that I was going to say something, primarily something that none of you three said, and try to put words in y'all mouth? Like some people tried to do to me in the last 24 hours, but we're not going to bring up old stuff? Is that what is being implied here? Because I, for one, take great offense.
Watch him scam. Here you go, being a scammer.
What? Obviously, Avia said, God dang, Hunchback of Notre Dame. You said Pinocchio. Mike said Akira. I don't know what you thought I could have possibly said about a question about the best.
He's on some
most beautiful
Here he go. Here he go.
What? I don't know what y'all could have possibly thought.
This is rabbit season. Here he go.
Yep. Anywho, I got my third and final question.
You didn't know what's your
You didn't answer. You didn't answer this question.
Okay, answer you.
I just told y'all. I'm asking y'all. Who cares about what my answer is? You know.
Oh, here you go, scamming. Exactly, Josh.
Exactly. I'll bring up this answer though. I'll bring up this answer. Damn, Josh, that is a very good answer to this question. I wouldn't have known that. I mean, I do know that, but that is a very.
So anyway, Mike, how you doing tonight? I see you in the cool world.
I'm not Josh. This is a completely independent answer than whatever I was talking about. He answered this of his own volition.
Okay, so, come on, start G. Okay.
And then look, Ian talking about Spirited Away. That's it.
Oh my God, I forgot about Spirited Away. Shoot.
Wait, hold on. You're not banning folks. What is this? Nobody banning folks here. It's all good. We ain't got to talk about old stuff. So the third lightning round question that I'm gonna ask is, what is y'all's favorite animated movie cast? What ensemble that y'all just thought was was just so immaculate? So French Kiss.
It would be House Moving Castle for me.
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. No, you not banned, Josh. Not you. No, not you. That band went to who it was supposed to.
So House Moving Castle, I heard that.
I mean, I can do another cast.
You know
well,
what?
I'll go. And since y'all still thinking, I'll
I got
go.
one. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go about. I'll talk about what I believe to be one of the greatest casts.
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Get him out of here!
Exactly what I'm about to
Get
say.
your
You know
ass
what I'm
out of
saying?
here!
Y'all know
Get out of
exactly
here.
what I'm about to say.
Actually, here to do what we do
It
best.
better be Dragon Ball Z. Be different.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The best ensemble.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
it. You love it. You know I can't stop talking about it. The one and only Shrek 2, baby. With one of the best ensemble casts out there. You know, with the whole returning squad, we get more time spent with Pinocchio, Gingerbread Man, you know what I'm saying? Fiona's parents, you know what I'm talking about? The incomparable fairy godmother blessing us with I Need a Hero. You know, we finally get the payoff to the Muffin Man, Puss in Boots. He got a whole movie franchise now. Come on. Y'all already know what time it is.
I was about to say the Shrek cast. I was about to say Shrek too.
What y'all thought I was going to say?
We already knew what we thought you was about.
Shrek 3. I thought you were gonna say Shrek 3.
What y'all thought I was gonna say?
Okay.
Mike?
I said mine.
No, I said, what did you think I was gonna say?
I honestly.
What? Y'all did all of this.
He tried to pull a Bugs Bunny.
What do y'all
out
mean?
Here acting like Daffy Duck. Tried to pull a Bugs Bunny.
Y'all out here thought I was talking about something that I wasn't. I still don't even know what y'all thought. But my pick is Shrek 2. Mike's is how.
What's the worst animated movie you've ever seen?
What the hell? What are we? Y'all didn't answer. Y'all trying to say stuff. We not down.
Oh my God! Why would you say the worst, Aaron?
What he said?
And why is it Into the Spider-Verse?
See, what is this? What are y'all bringing this movie up for? I ain't mentioned nothing about this movie. I'm talking about all of these other independent, and like this has nothing to do, and you just bringing it up out the blue. What's going on? What are we doing here? We losing recipes. I'm out here giving all of these movies these flowers, and y'all out here saying Into the Spider-Verse.
The blackest animated product you've ever seen.
A Goofy movie, of course.
Yep.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach. And why is it not Into the Spider-Verse?
See, why are you? What is this? Y'all told me to keep that movie's name out my mouth for tonight, and I did.
Which animated movie needs a can of Raid on them?
Be Beauty and the Beast, because that nigga got fleas. How about that? How about that?
I mean, fleas on a beast are better than 5 little spiders running around?
No, fleas are not. No, fleas are not.
At least they're in one little spot. At least they're in one little spot.
You know? Nah, you fucking flea bag ass beast and shit. Like what the fuck?
He said fleas.
Old mangy mud ass beast and shit. What the fuck?
Oh, you really tapped into your Real Housewives read.
You see what they bring out of me, y'all. You see what they
I know Aaron waiting. I know he got one in the tank. I
have nothing.
Oh my God.
I have nothing. Just
Aaron
like
already
everybody has the energy for Into the Spider-Verse. I have nothing.
Just like how the Academy had that energy for Beauty and the Beast.
At least it was nominated for Best Picture.
Did it come home with anything? Because my movie came home with some hardware. You know what I'm saying? Your movie got left at the altar.
Got a Broadway musical, got 3 sequels, got a spinoff.
No, hold on. I know you didn't bring up them garbage ass Beauty and the Beast sequels. I know you just didn't do that.
Still got some sequels.
Mine's is too. Sequels. Mine's is a multi-billion-dollar. Mine's did so good. We said get the white boy up out of here. We don't want him no more. No crackers allowed.
What white boy? What boy?
Let me stop because y'all want to get a rise out of me. Y'all, they want me to turn into a real MD husband dude of God dang. That's what they want out of me.
Though. If you go back and you go back in a year of MD, we have all said some housewives material things. So I mean, it's okay living your truth.
But y'all want me to be that 24/7. Y'all don't want me to rest and be a good person.
That's entertainment.
Y'all want me to just be on 10 the whole time.
The Hollywood executive just came out you, Avia.
It did.
God, dog. She said, "What PR?"
Y'all want me to be laughing in Beyonce face at the Oscars when she loses and shit, but that's not even my bag. You know, that's some other folks' bag, some other folks' flea bag. That's some other folks. That's some other folks' $9 billion making bag. You know what I'm saying? So y'all notice Rachel Ziegler said that's none of her business, so folks will stop blocking her in place of Zoe Kravitz, right? She said she got tired of checking her follower count dropping. She's like, you know what? I'm going to split the difference right now. Are you happy, Mike? You happy this is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted out of me. You wanted this out of me.
Better off.
Don't you hear me? Don't be moving closer to your screen like you can't hear me.
What was that?
So you muted us. So you just clocked out on what we was talking about.
That's a chastity.
I could have gave you the goddamn cure for blindness, and you wouldn't have heard it. You out here just tuning us out.
Oh my god!
Is that flavored? Is that flavored?
It is watermelon blast. Any questions?
Any questions? My black hand.
Oh my god!
Look, I try to have
real, but like I ain't got nothing to say to you until May 4th.
What you mean? What you mean? What I do? You out here talking about what I do? I kept it clean. I asking y'all about y'all favorite movies. Then here come Aaron talking about
kept it clean and shady though. It's that's what I like. It's like you clean. But you shady. Fleas, really? Fleas? Like, I'm still stuck on fleas. Like,
you don't think that motherfucker had fleas?
No,
goddamn being in a damp ass castle and shit in the woods. And then it's the 1800s.
But he found out there was something that wasn't there before.
Woo.
You know what? You know what I wish that I could get? A King Arthur series that's animated.
Oh,
thanks.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Directed by
like go through the whole thing. Like, you know how what was the movie that we watched, the King Arthur Legend that's on Netflix? You know, like that type of thing. But like I wish that could I wish the sequel of that could be like an animated series.
Facts.
And we're also eventually, not this month, but eventually sometime within the next few months, we're gonna have a Arthurian legend based episode.
Yep.
And
episode.
And I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a month.
I mean month or whatever we
and I don't
whatever.
And I don't want to get y'all too excited, but we might have some folks on there whose name rhymes with Mac Ryder. So I don't want to get y'all too excited. I don't want y'all to think that we got some big stuff lined up, but we talking about King Arthur. You know, there's only one person we can have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
and
don't take
me
Mike, seriously, y'all. I have bullshitted everyone because I know y'all. I see y'all. I can feel y'all excitements in the comment section. I'm hoping and praying that materializes, but we have nothing locked in yet. Except for Aaron said that he just got done talking with the dude yesterday after he saw his new guy's tweet. So he'll let us know how that shakes out after the fact.
But yeah, Mike, I think that'd be a cool idea. Like going, like, you know, the Sword and the Stone, like something maybe a little bit more grittier, like from the Sword and the Stone, like showing him like first getting Excalibur to to when he actually does appear. So I feel like that would be cool, like a more grittier version of Sword and the Stone, and then going into him being king. I feel like that would be really cool.
You know what type of animation that I would like, and I didn't even talk. That I didn't. I probably have to talk about it later this month because it does fit into adult animation. But I would like it in the style of Castlevania.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Like that type of style, that type of dark, gritty theme.
Like Blood of Zeus, like that, like that house. Whole, they do the same.
Yes.
Like all of that. Like I would love it to be like in that type of form.
That'd be dope.
I got a pitch for you.
Look, Josh, I've been manifesting that for over a year now, so I'm not just making light of it. I do want that to happen at some point.
I think we get it now compared to back then.
True,
but I mean,
anyway, like I said, you when you dropped your thing last night, it was very much a lot of things moved behind the scenes. A lot of things I'm not at liberty to speak on right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Prince
Valiant.
I've
heard of it, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, I hadn't watched it.
Yeah, drop us some shows y'all would like us to talk about, because we do have a TV movie review show, and we will be talking about some other animated movies and shows as well this month. So drop us some things that you would like us to watch and talk about.
Yeah, I know Josh dropped a couple of choices earlier in the chat that we brought up and put on the screen. So definitely talk about that. Me, Avia, Mike on What's the Tea, talking about those movies. A couple of specifics ones in mind. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, it's based on King Arthur stuff. Okay, let's look it up.
But y'all, do we want to give them a quick rundown of some of the things we got planned for Animation Month in the specifics?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I heard two different answers.
Oh, it has Stephen Moyer in it and Katherine Heigl. Okay.
I trust the guy who's in Cool World currently.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's a remake. Like there was one 54.
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, so which one, 54 or 97? But I'm guaranteed.
Oh, the TV show. Oh, it's an animated TV show. Oh, I see which one he's talking about. The animated TV show in like 91.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I will say this. Later this month, you will be getting a group review on the animated movie Spectacular Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. We will be reviewing that film.
Is it coming out on Netflix?
That movie is over 10 years old.
Oh.
It came out in 2006.
Wait till we review.
I like the one they had on Netflix. That one was good.
Yeah. We're also going to be reviewing Jellystone Season 1B/2. And again, we might have some people that might rhyme with some names we've used in the past. I'll drop some Easter eggs in the chat at some point to make you guys search through our videos in the last 2-3 months to maybe figure out who we're talking about. Maybe. Yeah. So, any closing remarks? This was a very great episode. I enjoyed you guys' company per usual. Even though
I would just even though what?
No, I'm not gonna say it because Mike got me muted, so he ain't hear a word I said.
Tuned out, clocked out. You are clocked out of my like. You were like out of here.
A sight, not a mind.
You are out of here, bro.
Mike just like I'm so goddamn tired of this nigga. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, you know who else said that?
There's a lot of folks who said that about me.
Them folks about Ezra Miller.
Oh, we were not gonna touch that because we were not touching.
We're topical.
what I was going to say is that, the two names you should keep on your watch list, bad watch list, is if someone's first name is Zoe and if their last name is Packer. If they have any of those two, they are actively scheming against you, and you should be on the lookout. Right, Mike? Avi, you agree with me about one of those things, right?
Add Styles to the list.
Not the other one.
But yeah, this has been MD. This has been MulDiversity. We will be back next week at an undisclosed time and place to continue Animation Month. We got a lot of great stuff for you guys that we will be letting y'all know about. Wait till your father gets home. We have been the squad, and per usual, we will see y'all later. Get your tickets before folks scalp them, and for whatever movie you want to see. And yeah, stay healthy out there, folks. Everybody say peace.
Peace.
Peace.